If you look around at your life right now and feel a profound, aching disconnect, if the people you used to love now feel like strangers, if you sit at a dinner table with your family and feel like a ghost, invisible and unheard, do not worry. You are not going crazy. You are not broken. And above all, you are not truly alone. This tearing away, this sudden inability to tolerate the noise of the world, is not a mistake. It is a symptom. It is the beginning. There is a heaviness in your chest when the phone rings. There is a deep, almost physical exhaustion that washes over you when someone begins to gossip or complain about the same small things they have complained about for 10 years. You try to care. You try to wear the mask you used to wear, the one that smiled and nodded and participated in the drama. But the mask no longer fits. It feels tight. It feels suffocating. You might wonder, have I become depressed? Have I become cold? Why can I no longer love them the way I used to? This is the great misunderstanding. You have not stopped loving. You have simply started waking up. And the first stage of waking up is not bliss, it is separation. To understand why this is happening, we must look at what interaction actually is. When you socialize with the unconscious world, you are not just exchanging words. You are exchanging energy. For most of your life, you operated on a specific frequency. A frequency of shared ego, shared complaints, shared pasts. You bonded over problems. You connected through the mental noise. But something in you has shifted. A light has been turned on in a dark room. And once you see the clutter in the room, you cannot unsee it. You can no longer pretend that the clutter is comfortable. This, Hermit Phase, you are entering is the universe's way of putting you into quarantine. Not to punish you, but to protect the new consciousness that is trying to be born within you. If this silence speaks to the deepest part of you, if you feel a resonance in your chest as you hear these words, I invite you to subscribe to join us in this space. We are walking this path together, even in our solitude. Let us look closer at this pain of disconnection. It often manifests most intensely with those closest to us, our blood family, our oldest friends. This is where the suffering is most acute because these are the people who claim to know you. But they do not know you, they know the form you used to inhabit. They know the role you played in their script. Perhaps you were the listener, the fixer, the one who always agreed. Now, as you awaken, you step out of that role. You stop feeding the drama. You stop reacting. And when you stop reacting, you stop feeding their egos. This confuses them. They may become angry. They may say, "You've changed." Or, "You think you're better than us." They feel your withdrawal as a rejection. But you know, deep in your being, that it is not rejection. It is preservation. You are like a radio that has been tuned to a new station. You can still hear the static of the old station, the fear, the anxiety, the constant need for validation, but you can no longer tolerate listening to it for hours on end. The dissonance is painful. It physically hurts your body to be around deep unconsciousness. This is not a judgment. It is simply a vibrational reality. When you hold a higher frequency of presence, and you enter a field of heavy, dense unconsciousness, there is friction. If you are not yet fully grounded in your presence, their density will pull you down. You will leave the interaction feeling drained, muddy, exhausted, as if you have been swimming in tar. So, the universe isolates you. It pulls you away. It makes the old friendships crumble. It makes the invitations stop coming. It makes you lose interest in the parties, the drinking, the mindless chatter. This is the stripping away. It is terrifying to the ego. The ego thrives on identification with groups. It says, "I am a friend, I am a son, I am the life of the party." When these identities are stripped away, the ego panics. It screams, "I am nobody. I am alone. I am unloved." This is the voice of the pain body. This is the voice of the conditioned mind trying to claw its way back to safety. But you must stay with the feeling. Do not run from it. There is a metaphysical reason for this isolation. Think of the caterpillar. When it enters the cocoon, it does not just sit there and grow wings. It completely dissolves. It turns into a soup. It loses its structure. It is no longer a caterpillar, but it is not yet a butterfly. It is in the void. It is in the in-between. You are in the goo. You are in the cocoon. And the cocoon must be a solitary place. If you were to try to socialize while you are dissolving, you would be vulnerable. You are raw. Your skin is too thin. You are feeling the emotions of the collective humanity, and you do not yet know how to filter them. The universe isolates you because it needs to clear the noise so you can finally hear your own being. For decades, you have heard the voices of your parents, your teachers, your culture, your friends. Their thoughts have lived in your head rent-free. You thought they were your thoughts. Now, in this silence, in this painful solitude, you have the rare opportunity to distinguish between the noise of the world and the voice of your own essence. But here, we must be very careful. There is a trap. A dangerous trap that many on the spiritual path fall into. The trap is the spiritual ego. When you begin to see the unconsciousness in others, when you see them repeating the same patterns, getting angry over traffic, obsessing over money or status. So, when the wave of loneliness hits you on a Friday night, do not pick up the phone. Do not turn on the television to numb it. Turn toward the feeling. Feel the sensation in your body. Is it a burning in the belly? A tightness in the throat? Say to the feeling, I see you. I accept you. You are allowed to be here. Do not call it loneliness. That is a label. That is a story. Just call it energy. It is intense energy. Sit with it. Breathe into it. What happens is a miracle. When you stop fighting the loneliness, when you stop telling the story that something is wrong because I am alone, the energy shifts. The pain transforms into peace. It transforms into a vast, spacious stillness. You realize that you are not the person who is alone. You are the awareness that is witnessing the person who is alone. And that awareness is never lonely. That awareness is connected to everything. This is why the universe has isolated you. It wants you to find the source. It wants you to find the place within you that is independent of the external world. If you can be happy, truly happy, sitting in a room doing nothing, with no one validating you, then you are free. You are the master of your world. No one can control you, because you need nothing from them. But what about the fear? The fear that I will be alone forever. I will never find a partner. I will be an outcast. This is just the mind projecting the past into the future. The mind cannot understand the now. It thinks that because you are alone now, you will be alone forever. But life is a flow. It is a river. It creates seasons. Winter does not last forever. But winter is necessary for the spring. The trees do not panic in the winter when they lose their leaves. They do not think, I am ugly, I am dead, I will never have leaves again. They stand in the stillness. They pull their energy deep into their roots. They rest. They trust. You are in your winter. You are pulling your energy back into your roots. If you resist the winter, you will suffer. If you try to glue the dead leaves back onto the branches, by trying to force interactions with people you have outgrown, you will disrupt the cycle. You will exhaust yourself. Let the leaves fall. Let the old relationships die with grace. Mourn them, yes. Cry if you need to. It is a death. But do not try to resuscitate the corpse. Trust that as your vibration stabilizes, as you become comfortable in your own solitude, you will begin to emit a new signal. A clear signal. And this signal will attract a new tribe. This new tribe will not be based on history, or trauma bonding, or social obligation. It will be based on resonance. You will meet people, and you will recognize them instantly. There will be no draining. There will be no masks. You will be able to sit in silence with them and feel completely at home. But you cannot meet them until you have met yourself. So, embrace this time. Treat your solitude as a sacred sanctuary. Protect it. Do not explain yourself to those who cannot understand. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your evolution. If they say you are distant, say, yes, I am taking time for myself. You do not need to explain the metaphysics of awakening to someone who is entirely identified with their mind. It will only cause conflict. Walk alone for a while. Walk in nature. Nature is the greatest healer for the hermit. A tree will never judge you. The wind will never ask you to be something you are not. The ocean does not care about your social status. When you are in nature, you reconnect with the beingness that is beyond the human ego. You will find that as you deepen into this phase, the boredom disappears. You start to find a richness in simple things. Making tea becomes a meditation. Watching the rain becomes a profound experience. You are learning to live as presence. This is the training ground. You are being trained to be in the world, but not of it. And one day, the cocoon will open. You won't have to force it. You will feel a natural impulse to reach out. You will feel a creative surge to share what you have found. And when you do step back out, you will not be stepping out as a beggar seeking crumbs of attention. You will be stepping out as a king, or a queen, overflowing with your own presence. You will bring light into the room, rather than looking for the room to light you up. Until then, honor the silence. Honor the separation. It is the fire that is forging the gold of your true self. You are right where you need to be. The pain you feel is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. You are not alone in this. We are many. We are just scattered, each in our own cocoons, preparing for the same spring. If you have found some peace in these words, subscribe to remember who you are. The journey continues, and we walk it together.